How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is the second Story Sunday I've made, and I just hope everyone's weekend is going well. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so hopefully you spent some time with some loved ones or friends, and hopefully you had a good day. But today's Story Sunday is going to be another story about when I was in college. This one was my freshman year of college, and same as the last one, this one was at the same small school in kind of the rural town that I went to. And this was a freshman year, so I was in a dorm with one of my best friends of all time. I'm still very close with him. And we lived together. We had kind of like a friend group, and we'd always just be doing random stuff. like we we were pretty spontaneous. And I feel like everyone freshman year of college, like when you live in a dorm, is pretty spontaneous because you're kind of forced to be, because there's just so many random events and things you can do and so many people you meet as well. But anyway, we were in our dorm, and in this town that I went to college at, I guess I could say it's Milledgeville, Georgia. That's where I went to college. Don't live there anymore, but I went to college there. But it's a pretty small town, and the actual town itself is like decently nice. But then nearby, it gets pretty rural pretty fast. And there's also a few abandoned hospitals and an abandoned insane asylum. So, yeah, it operated in the mid 1900s, so like the 50s and maybe the 60s, and then it closed in the 70s. So, this is kind of a place that a lot of college students would go to explore. It was very creepy. So naturally, me and my friend and then two other friends, where it was late one night, it was probably the middle of the night, we're like, let's go to the insane asylum. Like, what could go wrong here? So we left. It was maybe a 20-minute drive from our dorm. Like, again, it was a pretty small town, so it was right outside the town. And it was really dark. It was kind of in a sketchy area. So we drove there. My friend was driving, my roommate, and my two other friends in the back seat. And so we got there, and there was pitch black, no one there. It was very overgrown. Picture like a big brick building, just with vines growing up it. The windows, a lot of them were shattered. So we showed up. We kind of parked in the open. Like, we kind of drove around the back and parked because there was like a driveway that went around to the side and back. And so we went, and then we kind of walked in, and we found, I think the door was unlocked. I can't remember exactly, but I don't think we had to climb through a window or anything. I think the front door was just unlocked. So we went in, and it was just, I'll include a screenshot in this video as well, but honestly, it felt like a horror movie. Like, everything was broken down, destroyed. Like, there wasn't like cobwebs, but it was dark. The walls were all like plastered over, and there's just like debris everywhere as well. It'd be like there we got to one point where there's literally a staircase, I guess, going down to a basement, and it was just pitch black. Like, I wanted to go down there, but my friends were like, no, we're not doing that. So we didn't go down. Probably for the best, but yeah, it was just really creepy, and there was no one else there either. So like we explored, I think it was 3 floors high. So we explored all 3 floors, and it was kind of cool. Like, we looked out, like there was windows on the top floor, and you could see pretty far in those as well. So we went up there, and we were kind of just like taking pictures. We weren't doing anything like harmful or vandalizing or anything. Like, we literally were just walking through it and exploring it, as a lot of students did. But we're exploring, and we're on this top floor taking pictures, and all of a sudden we hear a police siren. And like, at first we didn't really think much of it, because it's like you hear a police siren, you're like, all right, like, it's not that uncommon to hear one. But then we look out the window, and we see it's really close to like, it's driving through the driveway of the insane asylum. We're like, great, like, we're stuck in here. We see it pull up to block my friend's car in, and we were like, great, like, what do? We can't really hide, like, obviously, like, they know we're here. The car is right out there. So he like starts shining the flashlight at the windows. He's like, he just basically, I think he used like his speaker and said, like, come down here, I know you're here. So we went down there. We weren't going to try to run or anything. We went down there, and I think he saw we were all pretty freaked out, and like, we weren't doing anything. Like, obviously we're trespassing, but we weren't like breaking anything or like doing graffiti or any of that. Like, we were literally just exploring. And basically he was telling us how he could have us arrested for being there, that this is private property, something of that extent, which makes sense. And so we were pretty freaked out. Like, we didn't really know what to say, really. But luckily, one of the girls in our group kind of like talked him down. Was like we've heard this is a cool thing that like the seniors and older people have told us to do. We just wanted to check it out. We meant no harm or anything, and like we'll leave right away. We won't come back. Um, and basically, like, he like took that, like he saw we were telling the truth, like we weren't trying to cause any trouble, and he knew that we probably wouldn't be coming back at all. So overall, it was a pretty scary situation, just because, like, one, we're at an insane asylum, and two, like, the cops showing up kind of freaked us out even more because we didn't know what was going on at first. But yeah, he let us go. We were terrified. The whole ride home was pretty silent. I feel like we might have been going over like what just happened, but besides that, it was pretty silent. And then we got back to the dorm I was at, that we lived in, and we just sat. They kind of had like a communal room that had pool tables and ping pong, so we just sat in there for like an hour after just like discussing everything that happened and going over it. Like, looking back, like, I'm glad we did it. Like, it was a really fun and creepy thing, but it was definitely a fun experience overall. But at the time, we were freaked out, and we were like, this was crazy, and we were talking about how scary it was and the whole cop situation as well. But yeah, that was, I know a lot of people have done that, and the crazy thing is, like, there's the insane asylum and there's a few hospitals as well. And one of the hospitals, the sororities and fraternity made it a haunted house on Halloween one weekend, one year, and I went to that as well, but it was a whole different place. And honestly, it wasn't as creepy as the place that we went to, because it was the insane asylum. Um, but yeah, it was quite the experience, and we still talk about it. Like, I was asking my friends, what story should I tell? And this was one of the ones that got recommended, and I was like, that's a great story. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let me know if anyone watching this has been there before, because I would love to hear other people's stories. I've heard other stories from people I know that have gone, and they're all interesting. Like, you never know what you're gonna find. Obviously, it's not that safe of a thing to do, because you never know what you could find there. But it was an interesting story nonetheless, and we enjoyed it, and it's a good story to tell as well. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you found this interesting, and I will see you in the next one.